Hello and welcome everybody to the first ever episode of A Lady's Ramblings, the show where we talk about pretty much whatever. Since this is the first show, let me give you a little overview of the kinds of things that we'll be doing. I love movies, so I'll be doing a lot of movie reviews. I love music, specifically K-pop and J-pop. So I'd like to highlight a music video in every episode. Maybe just a little clip to kind of introduce some K-pop and J-pop to those of you who are unaware of what those are. Okay, so let's get started with our review today. I will be reviewing the Disney Pixar film Brave, about the Scottish princess who decides to change her fate. I will warn you that there are going to be some spoilers, spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want to know what happens, then turn this video off. But if you have seen it and you don't care, then continue to watch, please. So the movie was pretty good. It was pretty well done. The story was a little predictable. Girl being raised by her overbearing mother decides that she doesn't like what the mother wants her to do. So she goes and finds a witch and casts a spell to change everything. But it didn't change the way she wanted to, so she has to learn a lesson and fix it. Which pretty much every Disney movie happens. You know, you need to learn a lesson and, fix what you made, the mistake that you made. So, that was pretty formulaic. But what I did like was that it wasn't your traditional, father-daughter dynamic. It wasn't that, the daughter was trying to impress the father or make the father happy or have a relationship with the father or defy the father or anything. It really had nothing to do with the dad. What you don't see a lot in Disney movies is the relationship with the protagonist's daughter and the mom. 9 times out of 10, the mom's dead. So apparently, I guess Disney doesn't like moms or something. I don't know, but the mom's usually dead. Cinderella, dead. Bambi, dead. Little Mermaid, dead. They're all dead. But in this one, it was really a story that surrounded the relationship between the mother and the daughter. And like most mother-daughter relationships, there was a lot of tension. They just fought constantly because one didn't listen to the other, and which, from personal experience, I can say is pretty true. Mother-daughter fighting all the time because they're too much alike. So that I really enjoyed. I thought that was a really great dynamic to have in the film because it shows a mom. It has a mom in the movie, and you don't usually see that in Disney films or Disney Pixar films, which is great. Okay, so the other thing I liked about the movie was that it wasn't your typical damsel in distress story. It wasn't, I can't do anything for myself, I'm a princess, I'm weak, I can't, I need my knight in shining armor on a white horse to ride in and save me with his hair blowing in the wind. Didn't happen. It was all about this girl who wanted to be a strong, independent woman and find her own destiny, be her own person. She didn't want to have to rely on anybody else. She wanted to do it all for herself. And there was no real love story, which is surprising that I actually liked it because I am a hopeless romantic. I tend to go for the movies where someone falls in love with somebody else, and, the damsel's in distress and the guy comes in and saves her, and then they fall in love and they live happily ever after, kissing as the sun sets. Typically, that's the kind of movie that I lean towards. But this didn't have that. In fact, she was running away from the 3 men that wanted to marry her. Just couldn't get away from them fast enough. So I liked that. I thought it was a good lesson for children or young girls to know that they don't need someone to save them. They can save themselves, and they don't need, to be defined by the man on their arm or the woman on their arm or anybody on their arm. They can do it themselves, which I think is a lesson that young girls need to learn nowadays, because it's a tough world out there. You're not going to have someone to save you all the time. You're not going to have someone that's going to say, oh, well, you're weak, or you're a girl, or you can't do it for yourself, so I need to help you. No, you need to man up or woman up and do it yourself. So I really liked that part of the movie, that she didn't develop a love interest. She didn't fall in love with somebody and want to change for him or for her or do whatever. She wanted to do everything for her own person and be her own person. Even though it would cause her to defy her mother and defy her family and what their wishes, she said, nope, I'm doing my own thing. I got this. So I enjoyed that. I laughed, I cried, I went through the whole gamut of emotions that you're supposed to go through when you watch a Disney movie, because, that's what it's there for, But at the end of the movie, there was a slight moment, maybe a millisecond, where I thought, it might not work out. There might not be a happy ending. They're going to deviate from the Disney formula of a happy ending. Oh, no, happy ending. Everybody became happy. Mom was no longer a bear. She turned back into a mom. The little boys, who were the cutest things ever, the best part of the movie were those 3 boys. Her triplet brothers were great. Loved them. They were even cuter as little bear cubs. Love them. I want all 3 of them in my family. They were so cute. But no, yeah, they turned back into humans because she learned her lesson at the last minute before anything devastating happened. She was able to overcome it. And yay, happiness and rainbows. Gotta love it. Just once in a while, I think that it would be a good lesson if not everything turned out happy in the end. Just saying, because life doesn't always turn out that way. So maybe some kids should learn that everything's not going to be coming up flowers or roses or whatever at the end. Sometimes you have to live with the mistakes that you make. You have to live with consequences. But it's Disney, and they will never do that because it's Disney and everything has to be happy princesses. What I do find interesting, a little fun fact about this movie, is that Princess Merida is the first Pixar character to be included in the Disney Princess line, which I think is great, because she is that strong, independent princess character who did not need someone, did not need someone on her arm to say, define me, see, I'm a princess, but my significant other is going to define me. No, she doesn't need that. She is on her own, and that's it. And the cinematography, or not the cinematography, the animation was really good. Her hair was really great. I heard that they used some new kind of equipment so that each strand of her hair flowed with the one next to it to give it more lifelike motion, which I thought was really cool. On a scale of 1 to 5, I give it 4, mainly because the reasons that I gave earlier as to why I liked it. But yeah, I give it a 4. It's definitely worth watching. The kids will love it. I think parents will be a little like, same type of story as before. Nothing brand new. But the kids will enjoy it. The horse, they'll love the horse. Her horse Angus was adorable. Like, he was almost like a dog, but he was a horse. So, but yeah, so it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was worth watching. Maybe not, going to the theaters, but it was definitely worth a rental if it comes, on DVR, not DVR, on demand or whatever cable system you have. Rent it, why not? Let the kids watch it. The kiddies will enjoy it. So yeah, that is my review on Disney Pixar Brave. Okay, part 2. Part 2 of the show will be to highlight a music video, a clip of a video from a group specifically in the K-pop, J-pop genre. If you don't know what that is, K-pop is pretty much Korean pop music. Pretty much J-pop is Japanese pop music. Very similar, akin to NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, that style of music. Very a lot of choreographed dance moves, synchronized dancing, very bubblegum pop flavored lyrics and sound kind of thing. I admit I'm a fangirl. I'm a fangirl of K-pop and J-pop. I love them. I absolutely love them. But I don't just love it's not just the music that I love. I love the amount of work that the members of these groups put in. And there are a lot of members. Each group can range from 2 people, like a duet, to about 20 members in each group. So, but there's so much work that these members do. They go non-stop. They are singers, they're dancers, they're actors, they do TV commercials, they're MCs, they're comedians, they go on variety shows, they do radio shows, nonstop. I mean, completely nonstop. And I think that is great. They put in so much work constantly while keeping their fans happy and trying to live a somewhat normal life. I mean, it's hard to have a normal life when you're famous in any aspect, but they do. They try to have a normal life and try to have fun with what they do. So tonight's video for our first show is going to be from Super Junior, a Korean pop band or pop group or whatnot, from SM Entertainment. And we're going to show a clip from their latest single, which is Sexy, Free, and Single. And they are pretty much all pretty sexy. Gotta throw that out there. They're pretty sexy. So let's have a look, and I hope you enjoy it.
Sexy, free and single, I'm ready to bingo. Sexy, free and single, I'm ready to bingo. 역시 불리한 확률에 맞서 겁내지 말고. 역시 불리한 확률은 100% 안 봐도 bingo. 무겁다고 무섭다고 포기하지는 마. 이제부터가 진짜 나나나나나나. 누구나 한 번쯤 다 겪어보는 것뿐. We fail, we lose, to win. 두려워하지 마라.
So that was a clip of Super Junior's latest release, Sexy, Free, and Single, their video. So tell me what you think. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Was it just okay? I want to know. So please leave a comment at the bottom so that I can have an idea of what you think about that video. I'm going to end here for today. This is our first episode of A Lady's Ramblings. I hope you enjoyed it. This is my opinion, and if you don't agree with my opinion, that's great. You don't have to agree with my opinion because everyone's entitled to their own opinion. So if you want to leave a comment and tell me what you think, if you agree, if you disagree, if you want to leave a comment on a movie you want me to review or a music video you want me to highlight from the K-pop, J-pop genre, that's great. I'll try to, work it all in. But I'm really curious to know what you think. So leave a comment and we'll see you next time. Peace, love, and unicorns.